she was running the refrigerator and the television with no problem whatsoever. In truth, I almost couldn't believe how simple all of this was. Missing my family, I rushed home with the plans. I started building the device, following the steps, and using most of the stuff lying around in my yard and some stuff I found at a junkyard. After several hours, I built the device and tested it. It ran perfectly. For the rest of January, we used the system and consumed the same amount of electricity that we always did before. But rather than pay $190 for our energy bill like we did in the past, we were running on self-made energy. This power meant zero costs. I think we did pretty good. All it had taken me was several hours of my time and about $200 in initial costs. And my family was safe. I loved the fact that I was teaching my daughters such a great lesson about not being fully dependent on the government or any corporations. And I felt so relieved to know that they would always grow up in a warm, safe, and comfortable home. Now that was about 2.5 years ago. And since then, my family and I saved more than I ever thought I would. And the system holds true both in the coldest winter months, when the temperature can get down into the negative teens, as well as in the hottest, muggiest days of summer when the temperature soars past 100. Plus, using the same principle to make a few of Jason's witty tweaks and angles and degrees, I managed to juice more power out of the array. Enough to never worry about being fully dependent on our failing national grid. Well, before long, my friends and family members were begging to know my secret. And when I showed them the simple system Jason and I created, a lot of them had a hard time believing something so small could be creating that much needed energy. But after I'd given them the simple building instructions, and they followed them and created their own power plant in several hours, they became believers fast. Because when the person who used this amazing concept was hooking it up to electrical appliances, the results were the same. An abundance of clean, easy energy that they could use to power almost anything inside their homes. Using electricity without second thinking. Running their televisions, their kitchen lights, their garage doors, pretty much anything they could think of. Soon my friends were telling their friends about my little miniature power plant. Until finally, the number of phone calls and emails from people asking me to share the blueprints for my home power plant became too overwhelming. Kate put her foot down and told me that I had to find a better way to share this one-of-a-kind energy system with the world. So I went to work writing out the blueprints, the materials list to show construction process in simple steps, and then DIY dish system was created. The DIY dish system is a step-by-step guide showing you exactly how to create your own home power plant today, cutting down up to 60% or even more on your electric bill in the next 30 days. As you already know, this system was designed specifically so that anyone with a hand can build it, even if you have difficulty plugging your charger into a cell phone. In fact, you'll be shocked by how few steps there actually are, and how short the list of materials you need to build this is. Inside this system, which I'll tell you how you can access in just a second, you'll see exactly what those steps are, along with a full materials list that will help you build the system from start to finish. Even though it wasn't cheap for me to conceive this system, I put a lot of time, money, and effort into it. I think it's extremely valuable. Plus, because the files are something you can download to your computer, tablet, or smartphone, you'll be able to follow them anywhere, even if you decide to build your system down in the garage or outside. You'll also be given clear guides and written instructions detailing exactly how to connect your system to any appliance. All of the materials you need to build this will almost cost $200 total, but like I mentioned, you can probably find about 90% of those materials for free in your garage or at a junkyard. Additionally, you're also going to be given a full list of tools, and you'll see exactly how to use each one to build a device so that you have an unlimited power supply inside your home. You will never have to pay such high bills to the greedy electric companies again. And on top of all that, the DIY dish system is virtually maintenance-free. The system will constantly produce the much-needed energy. So, there's no fire, no burning, no dangerous gases being released, and no intense mechanical processes that can break down. Instead, You simply open up the array and enjoy clean, off-grid energy for the first time in your life. To date, hundreds of thousands of families have used this exact same principle to stop being 100% dependent on the national grid's reliability. So with all of that being said, I want you to pause and think about this for a second. How good will it feel to never have to take so much hard-earned cash out of your pocket and pay for overpriced electricity? To never have to go to your mailbox and feel a deep pang of anxiety when you see a monthly statement that you're about to take $160 or more of your hard-earned money and send it off to a company that could care less about your family's safety. How happy are you going to be when you join the ranks of the many other freedom fighters who have already decided that they are fed up with being price gouged every time it gets hot or cold outside? What will you do with all that extra money? Will you put it towards your children's college education? Will you take your family out to a nice dinner once a month at that 5-star restaurant that your wife looks at whenever you drive by? Will you use it to help pay off your mortgage? In a few years from now, having this system in your home saves you at least $14,000, probably more. So I want you to think about what this kind of savings will mean for you. I mean, of course, there are other options out there besides this. You could try an off-the-shelf traditional solar system to power your home. But the price tag is a big concern. Can you really afford to pay the $15,000 or so it costs to have a system like this professionally installed? Or $800 for a DIY wind generator that requires a degree in engineering just to set up? And how much wind is directly hitting your home area throughout the year? Another alternative is to buy a generator. But remember, we already crunched the numbers on that. Even at $2.50 per gallon for gas, permanently run your home with a generator, it would cost you around $250 per month. If you really tried to use one as your main power source, you'd be looking to get a few months of usage out of it before it started breaking down. Why would you do that when you could get the DIY dish system today and take control as soon as tonight? This is my promise to you. If you use the step-by-step blueprints, the illustrated instructions, and the materials cheat sheet that I'm giving you, you will create an ultra-low maintenance, ultra-efficient power system that works just as well as your current power source for your appliances. And given all that, you're probably wondering, what do you need to do to get started? And what the investment cost will be for the full guide, the blueprints, the materials list, and everything else that's included. Well, first of all, let me just be clear about it. There is no concept like this available anywhere in the world. The DIY dish system is the result of considerable expertise in the energy field and the contributions of 2 brilliant engineers. And beyond all that technical innovations that have gone into making this simple and easy to use system, you also need to understand that this is about more than just energy. It's about keeping your family safe. The reason I am so passionate about getting the DIY dish system into your hands is that I never want you to go through what I went through. I want to give you the opportunity today to make sure that your home is filled with warmth and love. That you have the extra money in your pocket to give your family everything they need and want. From school clothes to vacations to special dinner at lavish restaurants you and your loved ones deserve. Saving hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars every year is a pretty big deal. Especially when you can do it all without having to send who knows how many dollars to the same energy conglomerates who are getting rich off your family's financial struggles. Ultimately, this is about taking action today so that you never have to worry about high electric bills for as long as you live. Because once you've taken several hours to build this system, it won't matter if the grid collapses, electric prices surge, there's a natural gas shortage, or oil prices skyrocket. The dish principle will never get old, generating clean energy, and you will always be prepared in case of blackouts or sudden power outages for as long as you live. A lot of honest and deserving families have already made the investment in the DIY dish system, and the regular retail price is $149. In my opinion, that's an incredibly fair price, especially because you'll see the savings pile up over the years. But while I do think $149 is a complete bargain, I also know just how badly a lot of families are struggling just to stay afloat. I've been there too. I've held my shivering wife and daughters in my arms and felt weak and helpless. I felt like I had a gun to my head, like I was being forced to choose between going broke trying to pay my utilities or putting my family's safety at risk. That's why, for a limited time only, I'm going to cut the investment price for the DIY dish system by more than 75%. Instead of paying the normal retail price of $149, which is what many individuals have already gladly done, if you act today, you're going to get the entire DIY dish system for just $39. But if you want to take advantage of this rare discount, you must take action right now by clicking the big Buy Now button directly below this video. As soon as you click that button, you'll instantly go to a secure checkout page where you'll complete your order. It takes all of 5 seconds, and once you hit enter, you'll immediately get access to the system. You'll be able to view the complete guide, the blueprints, the illustrated instructions, and the materials list. And you can do it right from your computer, smartphone, or tablet. You'll also be able to download all of the files, and you can print out as many copies of the blueprints and materials lists as you'd like. On top of your instant access, I'm also going to make sure that building the system and running it is one of the easiest, simplest, and most pain-free experiences you ever have in your life. That's why, when you take advantage of this significant discounted investment price today, you're also going to get unlimited customer support for life. So while the chances that you'll need this support are slim, I want to make certain that if you do, I'm right there to help you. After you've completed your order, you'll be given my personal email address to answer any questions at all. And if there is even a split second where you feel confused or that you don't know what the next step is, or you just want to know if you can substitute one part for another, which a lot of times you can, simply send me an email and I will personally work with you to get your question answered. There is only one thing standing between you and your monthly savings on your electric bill, and that's the yellow button you see below right now. But if you're still feeling unsure about the DIY dish system, then there's one more thing you should hear about, and that's my 60-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. Right now, you just need to say maybe to the DIY dish system. Click the yellow Buy Now button you see right now and claim your instant access to the guide, the blueprints, the materials lists, the unlimited lifetime support, and everything else that's included. You will be shocked by how easy and fun this is to build. And you will be amazed by just how quickly the DIY dish system cuts your electric bill. But if for any reason you're not blown away by the results, just send an email for an instant refund. Say you only save $30 a month and you wanted to save more, or you just changed your mind. You'll get an instant refund with no questions asked. Right now, you have the chance to join all of us in the fight to take back our energy freedom. And you have a full 60 days money-back guarantee. But aren't you going to ask yourself why you didn't at least try the DIY dish system? You could get furious every time one of your kids or grandkids forgets to turn off the TV, or end up fighting with your wife because one of you forgot to turn off the lights again. But why on earth would you make that decision? Especially when all you have to do is click the Buy Now button below right now. Do that, and you'll have full access to DIY dish system, the step-by-step guide, the illustrated blueprints, and the materials list. You won't have to send so much hard-earned money to Big Electric for as long as you live. You'll receive unlimited lifetime support, and you'll be covered by a full 100% money-back guarantee that's good for 60 days. I think your decision is pretty obvious, but I can't click that yellow button for you. So go ahead and invest in the DIY dish system right now. Join the hundreds of thousands of thrilled families who realize that there is a better, simpler, and cheaper way to power their homes. And I'll look forward to seeing you inside that members-only area in a few moments from now. Thanks for watching. Still here? No worries. I know that sometimes it can be scary to take that first step, and you probably have a few questions. So, to help you feel fully confident in the investment you're about to make, let me take a minute or two to go ahead and answer some of the most common questions I get asked right now. How does the DIY dish system